So I just wanted to quickly go through an unhitching technique. I'm sure everyone's different and does different things, but one of the things that we all freak out about is when we're jacking the caravan off the car, is the caravan going to move significantly and either cause damage to the back of your car, roll down the road, whatever it is. So I've just pulled up in Maryborough. I'm just going to go through my technique and how I go about it. And anyway, it's food for thought. I either watched it on a YouTube or someone had spoken to me about it, and works for me every time. So it's all about taking pressure off of the hitch between the caravan and the car. So anyway, play along. So a couple of fairly obvious things. Chock your wheels before you do anything. Nothing's unhitched at this stage, everything's hooked up, all the cables and stuff are on. The tow hitch is still attached. Chock your wheels front and rear, unless you're pointing significantly down one way, then you can chock one side. So yeah, chock your wheels, and then we'll get into the next. So I attach the jockey wheel, which just sits inside the tunnel boot. I attach the jockey wheel because once I activate the handbrake, these cables here come up and make it hard to actually attach the jockey wheel. Keeping in mind, I'm not putting the jockey wheel down yet, and I'm not putting the handbrake on yet. So the jockey wheel is on, it's not on the ground, it's just sitting there ready to go. So that's the next step. Attach your jockey wheel. Everyone's going to have different jockey wheels, but attach it if you've got a handbrake like mine that actually gets in the way. So for me now, this is the important part. So we've attached the jockey wheel, we've put our wheel chocks in. Now I'm going to release the handbrake. It's in neutral. I'm going to release the handbrake and let the car and the caravan just find their level. So everything is now level, and what this actually does is it actually takes the pressure off the hitch. So now I'm going to put the handbrake back on the car, leave it sitting there out of gear, and go and do the next step. Okay, so the next step is where we actually move towards unhitching the caravan. So wheels are chocked, car and caravan have taken the pressure off the hitch because the car and caravan have found their level. If the caravan needs to move onto the wheel chocks and find its level, it's not going to go anywhere further. What we're going to do now is we're going to pull the handbrake on the caravan. And you can see now, if I was trying to tighten this up, I'm stuck on that cable. So now the jockey wheel is ready to go down. We're going to open up. So I'm running a DO35, but you can use the same principle, whatever hitch. So now I've disengaged the actual locking pin, so the caravan is free to come up. Keeping in mind, I haven't disconnected anything at this point. That'll all stay on until the caravan is literally off of the car. So let's move to the next step. Handbrake's on, the hitch is disconnected, not disconnected from the car, but disconnected from its positive engagement. The jockey wheel is down. I have a little rubber thing that just sits on the ground. Anyway, I have it, so I use it. Now what we're going to do is just literally wind up the caravan, and you can see it's coming off super easy. So where people start flipping out, they're going, oh my goodness, my caravan's going to roll down the road. Well, it can't. It's on the chocks. The handbrake is on. You've taken the pressure off the hitch by letting the car and the caravan find its level. Wind it up, it's good to go. It can help if you've got it up on chocks, if you've got it up on leveling ramps, any of those sorts of things is how it works. Now I just go around, disconnect absolutely everything, and move the car forward. So there you go. That is my way of disconnecting the caravan from the car. And there you have it. Car is off of the caravan. All the cables are just hanging over the stone guard. I've got a DO35 lock pin, just sort of stops any wannabes potentially just hooking up my caravan, but it is literally that simple. So it takes away the stress of thinking, how much is my caravan going to move? Just disengage or take the pressure off the hitch, let the car and the caravan find its spot, and then go about it. I don't take any chains or anything off until the caravan is off the car, because if by some weird stroke of whatever, the caravan does move, it's still actually connected to my car. So don't take anything off until the very last minute. But there you go. Disconnect your caravan by Lloyd. That's probably one of about 150 million ways to do it, but that's how I do it.